Are you one of the 48% of Americans that are drowning in credit card debt? The average American household has over $6,600 in credit card debt, and the average cardholder in America has $8,200 of credit card debt. And our national credit card debt has just exceeded $1.3 trillion. So what can we do about this? Stay tuned and find out. I'll tell you what worked for me. So, if you're one of the 48% of Americans that are carrying a credit card balance and you can't seem to find your way out of debt, this video is for you. Real quick, I'm not going to waste your time here. I'm going to go over some of the methods that you're going to hear about. Most of them I'm just going to give basically a one-line explanation of what they actually mean for you, and then I'm going to go over what methods I prefer, what method I use to get myself out of credit card debt. So the first one you're going to hear about, you're going to hear plenty of commercials about your balance transfer. And what this does is it moves your credit card debt to one card that has a lower interest rate on it. Once again, that's only going to make you stay in debt longer. That's the same thing as debt consolidation. You'll consolidate all your payments under one payment, but what that means for you is you're going to stay in debt longer. For some people, this may be a viable option. I don't think it's the best option, just for the very reason of you're extending your debt window, whereas there are other methods you can use that are going to get you out of debt quicker. You can take out personal loans. Once again, this is just taking out debt to pay debt. I don't necessarily think that's ever the option, to take out debt to pay off your existing debt. That's more debt. That's a deadly cycle that's just going to keep spiraling out of control. So I don't think that's a great option for most people. 401k loans, that's basically borrowing from your retirement, and you should never do that. You never want to borrow from your retirement unless it's a dire necessity. Basically, unless I wouldn't do it unless I was facing bankruptcy. That would be the one time that I would borrow from my retirement, because you're losing so much potential for the future there. So 401k loans, you don't want to be doing that. Borrowing from family. Borrowing from your family is typically a big no-no. It can work and it goes well for some people. You've got to make sure that you do pay that money back, preferably in a timely manner, because if not, that can cause a lot of tension within the family. That's going to make family get-togethers. That's going to make holidays very tense. And then your family members are going to essentially become debt collectors. And that's just not good for anyone. That's not good for you. That's not good for them. And then that causes kind of a divide in the rest of the family as well, because it causes tension. So typically family loans, those are not the way you want to go. One method that I do kind of like is what's called the avalanche method. And that's where you take your bills, your credit card bills, whatever your bills are, and you pay your highest interest rate off first. So the one that's accruing at the highest rate, you pay it off first. That's not a bad idea. I do like that method second best. It is good to be able to pay off your highest accruing interest rate. That is very good, but that for me isn't the best method. The method I prefer is the snowball method. And the first thing you need to do, and this is for anyone, you need to make a budget. You need to determine what you're spending on your bills, your needs, your wants. You need to differentiate what your needs and your wants are in this budget as well. So you need to list out all your debt from the smallest debt to the largest. All your monthly bills from your smallest to your largest. Then with the snowball method, you make minimum payments on all your bills except for the smallest one. That's the one you want to focus on. You want to focus on your smallest bill that you owe, and you want to maximize what you're paying on it. So your interest rates don't matter in the snowball method. What matters is finding your lowest balance. And the reason I say this is by attacking that smallest balance, you're going to get that quick win. You're going to get, hopefully in a month or two, a few months, you're going to get that smallest bill paid off, and you're going to get that dopamine hit. You're going to feel good. You're going to be motivated because you got that quick, easy win. And then that's going to continue to give you motivation to keep going. And so attack that smallest bill, pay minimum on all your other expenses. Pay off the smallest one. When you pay off that smallest debt, one, wish yourself congratulations. Don't go out and celebrate, but wish yourself congratulations. And then put everything that you were paying on that smallest bill toward the next smallest debt. And that's where the snowball comes in, is you're continually taking the money you're paying on that smallest one, and it's growing as you pay off each one of the debts, and you get that momentum of winning, and you get that encouragement through that, and that's going to propel you forward into paying off your debt faster and faster and faster. Just remember, you want to attack your smallest debts, pay minimum payments on all your other debts. As you pay off the smallest one, take that money and apply to the next smallest debt, and that's going to continue to grow your payments over time, which is going to pay off your debt faster and is going to save you thousands of dollars in the long run. Once again, it's all about getting that win, that dopamine hit, and that causes you to repeat that behavior because you want that feeling once again. It's all about motivation, and your mindset is the key. Your mindset is the key to success here. So the avalanche method and the snowball method are very similar. The avalanche method is a great method, but you've got to have more discipline there, because a lot of times your highest interest rate is going to carry a significant balance with it, and it's going to take more time to pay that one off, which, as I said, takes more discipline, so you don't get that quick, easy win as you will with paying off the smallest balance. That's why I prefer the snowball method. I think for the average person, it is a better method because they need that quick, easy win to keep the motivation going. So that's the quick and easy thing. The snowball method is what worked for me. Make your balance sheet, work out your budget, find your debt, list it from smallest to largest, attack that smallest debt. Once you pay it off, roll on to your next smallest debt. That's what it takes. That's the motivation you need, and good luck.